Howdy. I'm my own worst enemy. Anyway, I rolled my Liberty back in here. I replaced the PCM. I had a bad driver for one of the O2 heaters. Why Chrysler controls the power circuit doesn't make any sense to me. I guess they're in the computer business too. They like to sell computers. But anyway, I'm my own worst enemy. What I did was I decided I would be, oh heck, I'll just replace all the O2 sensors. So I did what you should not to do with a Chrysler, and I bought some aftermarket sensors. And I had put them in there after the PCM was installed. And now I'm getting codes for, you know, O2 sensor heaters not working on all 4 sensors. You know, clear them out. They'll be pending in about 2 minutes, and then, you know, set a couple hard codes. So I went through and I did all my checks again. And what I do here is I've got my bulb and I have my connectors. I go under there, unplug the O2 sensor, simulate the load with this bulb, drop these wires down there, plug it into pin number 1 and 2 on the truck side harness, and activate the O2 sensor. You know, turn the pulse width up on it. No problem there. And what I'm doing there is I'm checking the power side, and I'm also checking the ground side, because I'm going, you know, it's hooked up. So then I went ahead and checked the resistance on them, and I checked them down there by themselves. I checked the connector on the O2 sensor itself, and it was right in spec on all of them. They were all right in spec. And then I checked it from up here from the PCM connectors to see what kind of resistance I had. You know, I had less than 2 ohms on each circuit, you know, going down to the which is well within spec. So I went ahead and got some Chrysler O2 sensors, put them in there, and by golly, it works. So I guess the moral of this story is don't use aftermarket O2 sensors. I wouldn't have used them in a customer's car, but you know, this is mine, so I'm cheap and stupid sometimes, so I'll never make that mistake again. But anyway, she's fixed and ready to roll out of here, and hopefully I'll never have to work on it again, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be the last Chrysler I ever work on. So I don't understand why they control the power side. Nobody else. Ford did that. I don't think they do that anymore, but they did that early on. And it doesn't work, because, you know, if you get a short between your load and the PCM, especially when you're running just a single driver, a single transistor, you know, you might be able to short that thing out a couple, 3 times, but after that it's just going to pop that thing and it's not going to work anymore. And that may be what happened to this. I can't find the sensor I pulled out of the hole that was giving me trouble, that this driver controlled. But, you know, who knows? It could have been shorted, or, you know, something crazy like that. But anyway, she's all fixed, and I got a call from a Karen this afternoon. Excuse me. One of my trucks was driving aggressively on Highway 14 or some crap. So, and I thought that was pretty odd, because my truck's been sitting out there all day. My other truck is sitting at home, and my other truck sits in downtown Portland every day, all day long, in a parking garage. So I'm not quite sure how that happened, but people do that all the time. You know, they get all upset about, you know, somebody driving aggressively. Apparently they missed the phone number or the name on the truck, or, you know, whatever. You know, instead of going full Karen, call the frickin' state patrol, report them. You know, don't call the company, call the state patrol. You know, that way I don't have to hear about it, because it ain't my truck. So anyway, that's what happens when you live in the land of entitlement. So Jeep's done, gonna go to Chicago and never have to work on it again. So have a good evening.